Because it's unclean. It's an abomination to you. It's destroying you.
Right.
You're destroying your temple because you know you are the temple of God. Get that 1 Corinthians. You destroying your temple. Oh, hey, you got a flyer? Hey, check that flyer out, man. We got a school out here. Call that number. You need to come learn more. This is the end times. They talking about war in Ukraine. What you gonna do?
That's in Ukraine.
Oh, so when they go dropping bombs, what you gonna do? You can run from an AK-47. You can run from an M9. But when somebody drop a nuclear bomb, what's gonna happen? Because you said that's in Ukraine, but Ukraine is allies with America. So when things get real, America gotta go do what? Help out his homeboy. So while America helping his homeboys out, Russian homeboys gonna help him out. So now it's an all-out war. And when that bomb drops, boom! Where you gonna go?
Russian homeboy China.
Where you going? Let me know, because you said that's over there. But what they used, I know what they did in Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. What they dropped them bombs over there. Them people couldn't run. And that was back then. Just think about what they got now.
Right.
The only thing that's gonna save you from that war is this Bible. Keeping God's laws, knowing who you are, changing your ways, changing your thought process, building your community.
Right.
That's the only thing that's gonna stop you from getting that war. Because if you don't, God is killing 1/3 of his people who don't want to follow his commandments.
That's right.
Now, do you want to be part of that? I mean, that 2/3, not 1/3. You want to be part of that 2/3, or you want to be part of that 1/3? You want to make it or want that don't? You want to make it, right? So what you gonna do? You're gonna follow God's laws. You're gonna change. You're gonna change your process. Watch this. Go. But I got you hold. 3:16. Come on. Because we talking about your temple. Because remember you was talking about the crawfish, the lobster, and all that. Read that.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
So God's Spirit is dwelling in you.
Right.
God's Spirit is dwelling in you. Read.
If any man defile the temple of God,
He told you the pig is defiled.
Right.
So he said, if any man defile his temple by eating that pork, eating that shrimp, eating that crab, eating that lobster, oysters, pig feet, pork chops, the rabbit, I know y'all, squirrel, I don't know if y'all eat that out here, but I know in Mobile they eat raccoon and all that. You can't eat that crap. Read.
if any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
God said He's going to destroy you. That's why we get the gallows. That's why we get that. Get that in Deuteronomy 28:61, I believe. I'm going to show you that this is in the Bible. You've been to church before, right? Never? All praise to the Lord. You don't never need to go.
I've been when I was young.
Yeah, but you didn't learn this, though. I guarantee you that. They had you celebrating Christmas. They had you celebrating Easter. They had you celebrating your birthday. They had you celebrating Halloween. You think God is with that? He didn't make those holidays. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 61. Also, every sickness.
It said every sickness. Diabetes is a sickness, correct? Gout is a sickness, correct? COVID-19 is a sickness, correct? They did. But watch that. Who you think allowed them to make it? God did, because God the one that does the killing and the healing. God does it all. Read.
Also, every sickness and every plague, which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee.
It said, them will the Lord bring upon thee. So when our grandmothers and stuff pass, when our uncles and stuff pass away, because it's prevalent in the black community, because we the ones getting plagued with it, because God gave us His laws and we don't follow. So them is all the sicknesses that God's gonna bring upon the children of Israel that don't want to do His laws.
Right.
Go to Hebrews 10, because it's a school out here for you to learn more. You got to continue to learn. You got to continue to get better. You got to continue to build your spirit up. And the only way you're going to do that is if you're around like-minded brothers. Because if you with four brothers that sell weed and smoke weed, that hit all the women, you the fifth one, you guarantee you're going to be just like them. It's automatic. It's automatic, ain't it? Yeah, it is. If you seeing them It's only you and 4 other dudes, so it makes 5. If all 4 of them hit different girls and stuff, you're gonna eventually hit a different girl. Smoke weed, you're gonna eventually get on that.
Brother Billy.
Read that for me.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 25. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together.
It said we can't forsake the assembly of ourselves together. Now it ain't talking about those who go against God's laws, because you can't assemble with a crackhead.
Right.
Because what is that gonna do? Right? Go to Amos 3:3, then come back to that. Amos 3:3, then come. What's going on, my brother? Man, we out here teaching our people who they are according to the Bible, man. You've been around for a while, man. What's your nationality? African American. What's his nationality? Tell him. He just learned that. Look, you see, I see you just smile, but being able to tell this man that he's an Israelite.
Right.
Read that.
Book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 3. Can 2 walk together except they be agreed?
It said, can 2 men walk together unless they agree? Cause say you're a Muslim and I'm into Christianity. Muslims don't eat pork, but I'm over there tearing pork up right in your face. So can we agree? Let's say can a rapist hang out with somebody who has a daughter? No, because this dude might rape your daughter.
Right.
Read it again.
Can 2 walk together except they be agreed?
So we gotta agree and follow God's laws. That's what we must agree on. Now go back to Hebrews 10. Read that.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 25. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together.
So now we gotta come together, keeping the commandments of God. Because we found out today that God's laws is what make us perfect. Did you know that? Did you know God's laws make us perfect? But the world tells us we can't be perfect. Imperfection is when we walk in the ways that God has told us to walk in. That's how we get perfection. Read.
Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting.
We gotta do what?
Exhorting.
We gotta exhort one another to keep in the faith. Come on around here for me real quick, brother. We gotta exhort one another to keep the faith, because it's easy to fall into the hands of the world.
Right.
The world, that's every day you fight. And it's easy to fall into it if you ain't got no person to help you up.
That's right.
You can't go to war with the whole world by yourself. But if you got your like-minded brothers and we got God on our side, we can take over the whole planet.
That's right.
And that's what we doing. You got to think about it. All your years of living, you've never seen young black men on the corner with the Bible.
Right.
Going scripture for scripture for scripture without a damn thing, a book to read out of.
Right.
That's how you know this got to be it. This has to be it.
Right.
Read.
But exhorting one another. And so much the more as ye see the day approach.
What day that's talking about? That's them bombs. We just talking about that. You see that's approaching. Man, have you ever, in your time of living, had to wear a mask? Nah, you ain't had to wear that. And we think it's normal. That ain't normal. That ain't normal. Our women coming out here half naked. They wasn't doing that when you was coming up. That ain't normal. But we think it's normal. Your age group think it's cool. That ain't normal. So that's what I'm saying. When you say you can do it, you can't do it because you're going to be lusting after these sisters.
Right.
You ain't going to have your brother tell you, hey, bro.
I know it's going to come out of it. I already
Yeah, but you think, okay, let me ask you a question. Now, is looking okay? Ooh. Give me that. You can look. Okay. You want to hear what Christ said about that? Matthew 5. Matthew 5. Watch it. Let's see. Can you look? Yes. 27.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery.
It said, thou shalt not commit adultery. It was said in the laws of Moses, right? Thou shalt not commit adultery. Read.
Right here.
But I say unto you that whosoever
It said, hold on, listen, look, you said it's okay to look, right? Remember, we ain't supposed to commit adultery. Read.
But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman,
He said, whosoever look on a woman,
to lust after her, having committed adultery with her already.
we already committed adultery with your eyes. Because the second you see, you're like, damn, she got a fatty.
Well, what if
You committed adultery just then. Because you lusted at her. That's what the Bible just says.
I didn't say that.
So we got to change our mind. We got to change our thought process. It's going to be hard. That's why we read Hebrews 10 and 25 that you got to get with each other so we can exhort one another to overcome that. Just listen real quick.
Never the last one.
No, it ain't. You got to fly. Read that.
The book of Job, chapter 31, verse 1. I made a covenant
He
with
said I made a what?
I made a covenant with mine
He
eyes.
said he made a covenant with his eyes, meaning telling his eyes, hey, you see that? When you see a sister, 'cause we know how to do it. We know how to line ourselves up to where she gonna walk in my provision. We know how to do that. So Job said he made his covenant with his eyes, so when he see it, he already turned it away from it.
When he seen it.
No, when he see it coming. We can see it coming. You gotta turn away from this when we get caught like this. Read.
Why then should I think upon a maid?
You ain't supposed to be thinking as these sisters to hunch on, to hit on. That's it. That ain't what we're supposed to be doing.
It starts getting scrambled.
That's it. We ain't supposed to be moving like that. Give me that Deuteronomy 23 and 17. Because when we go to knocking them down, we horn them out. The Lord said, if you lay with a sister, you're supposed to marry that sister. Marriage don't run in our community rampant. There's a lot of single parent households. Is God okay with that? No, read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of
It
Israel.
said there should be no whores of the daughter of Israel. We ain't supposed to be making our sisters whores, pouring them out. The way they dressing, they making themselves whores.
Right.
And the mothers is dressing like that, making their daughters whores.
Right.
They said there will be no whores of the daughter of Israel. Read.
Nor a sodomite.
Or sodomite. God is not gay. God is not down with the gay thing. He called it Sodom.
Right.
Why? Can a man and a man bring forth his nation? Is that against God? Or does God want that? Give me that Leviticus 18:22. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're going to go out the Bible. And we got to come out this world. We doing what the world say do, but we got to start doing what God say do. Read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 22. Thou shalt not.
Yep. Thou shalt not. It's a commandment.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
It said we shouldn't be lying down with men the way we lay down with women. Read.
It is abomination.
That's an abomination to God. God looked down on that. That's disgusting. That's filth.
That's right.
It ain't the children of Israel ain't supposed to be into that. You got to, if you are in that lifestyle, you got to come out that lifestyle.
Right.
So give me that Romans 1, 26, I believe, 25 or 26. Because we got to come out, we got to change. Remember, to be perfect, you got to keep his laws. So laying down, thou shalt not lay with mankind as do with womankind, that's a perfect law. That's how you keep the community thriving. But if you land with man and woman land with woman, how are we procreating and making kids? We not. We killing the community. Read.
The book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 26.
Bring it out.
For God, as you were, for this cause, God gave.
Verse 25.
The book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 24. Wherefore, God also gave them up to uncleanliness.
So that's unclean for a man to lie with a man. Read.
Through the lust.
Through the what?
Through the lust.
Through the lust. That's our own lust. That's us doing our own thing. Read.
Of their own heart.
Of our own minds. Read.
To dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
It said that's dishonoring your own body between yourself when you lay down with another man. Or when a sister lay down with another sister. God is not with that lifestyle. We got to change. Read.
Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Who changed the truth of God into a lie? The truth of God is his laws. Who changed that into a lie? America did. When they doing the Obama time, he went past that law saying it's okay for men and men to marry.
Right.
But is he above God? No, he ain't above God, because who created the heavens and the earth? Did Obama do that? Read.
And worship and
You see this? Hold on, listen to this. I like what you just said. You said He did that. Let's see how God feel about that.
Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature
So you worship and serve the creature. Obama is a creature.
more than the creator.
We serving the creature more than the creator. That don't make no sense. So God gonna put you to death if you don't get out of that lifestyle.
That's right.
He gonna get put to death.
That's right.
Just because you ain't dead right now, don't think you ain't gonna get it. You gotta change, brother. You gotta want life.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.